He booked the entire top floor of a hotel to flex on his girl, then made you stand outside the door like a bouncer. That pissed you off so bad you called the hotel's upper management and told them you're not paying for any of it. The manager nearly had a heart attack when he heard the news. Because you are the most legendary simp in all of Jiangcheng, Li Zhongheng himself would bow down and say, "I can't compete." Young Master Chung, if you cancel the reservation, the 1 million deposit is non-refundable. We strongly suggest you talk it over with Miss Liu. She doesn't seem to know about this. You let out a cold laugh. Since when do I need to run my decisions by a woman? Turns out you accidentally got isekai'd into a trashy web novel as the simp side character, a top-tier rich kid who had everything, but was completely whipped by the manipulative female lead. You burned through hundreds of billions of your family's money chasing her, only for the male lead to swoop in with one smile and steal her away. Then the two of them teamed up to destroy the original host completely. The original host finally snapped and went after the male lead with a knife, but the male lead had a system and set him up, landing him in prison for life. Thinking about all of this, you take a deep breath. This whole thing was Liu Yue's idea. She wants money? Go talk to Liu Yue. You walked out without even glancing back at him. The hotel manager's face cycled through every shade of pale imaginable. The premium ingredients had already been delivered. The symphony orchestra was already there. Everything was set up, but you can't just cancel like it's nothing. Besides, the contract, every single line has Liu Yue's name on it. What Liu Yue never saw coming was that she'd signed her name on every single contract just to look like the big shot. You couldn't wait to see her face when she found out, and you already knew exactly why she didn't let you come to the reunion. You'd read this story before. Just a few days ago, Liu Yue had met Haotian, a guy who'd just come to Jiangcheng to make it big. She fell for him instantly, and the two of them stayed up talking at a coffee shop all night. This whole reunion? She planned it herself, just to engineer more time with Haotian. Haotian, the male lead, had a god-tier investment system, made money like it was nothing, and had stacked up a bunch of special abilities on top of that. But you weren't even a little worried, because you had a system too, one that outranked every other system out there. Haotian's little investment system, absolute rookie numbers. You were dead sure you'd have him begging for mercy. But first things first, you had to deal with this green tea queen, Liu Yue. Not long after, you headed back to Lanshan Villa. The moment you stepped out of the car, Shen Wanning came rushing out with a surprised look on her face. "Young master, weren't you supposed to be at the reunion with Miss Liu? Why are you back so early?" The second you saw her, you felt your brain short-circuit. Your heart literally skipped a beat. No wonder the male lead went absolutely feral the moment he laid eyes on her, even though he never actually got her in the end. How do you pass up a woman this fine, truly blinded by greed? You played it cool. "Not worth my time, how's my father doing?" That question caught Shen Wanning completely off guard. Because the old you never asked about the old man's condition. You used to low-key wish he'd hurry up and die so you could inherit the estate, and blow it all on Liu Yue. Shen Wanning said with a heavy heart, "It's not looking good. He might not make it through tonight." Your expression tightened and you rushed inside. Even though this was technically your borrowed father, you genuinely respected him. He built everything from nothing, no connections, no backing, and turned it into a multi-hundred billion empire. Worked himself to the bone his whole life without a single real break. You might not have had deep feelings for the old man, but as his only son, you felt like you owed it to him to be there in his final moments. But by midnight, the old man was gone. Even with the country's top doctors and best medical equipment right there in the villa, there was nothing anyone could do. You sat at the bedside and gripped his cold hand tight. "Dad," you said, voice cracking, "rest easy.